Have you ever stopped to think about how technology's rapid evolution isn't just about our phones or laptops anymore? I mean, for businesses, especially big industrial ones, having the right IT is absolutely make or break.
Oh, absolutely. It's fundamental. We're way past basic IT now. Companies need a real strategic partner, someone who gets the tech and how a factory actually operates day to day.
Exactly. Which brings us neatly to today's topic. We're doing a deep dive into Me, Myself, and Aikiko, LTD. Let's call them MMIT. They're an IT solutions provider based over in Thailand.
Hmm.
And we're going to unpack their services, their strategy, what makes them tick.
And for this, we've got some good sources. Their company portfolio, an IT business plan specifically for industrial factories, which is quite interesting, and their business model, Canvas.
Right. So our mission today, really figure out what makes MMIT a leading provider of, well, what they call smart, scalable, and sustainable IT solutions.
And crucially, what that actually means for their clients on the ground and for
Yeah.
the wider industrial picture in Thailand.
Okay, let's unpack this then. First off, who are these guys? Me, myself, and ITCO, LTD.
Well, like you said, they define themselves right up front as that leading provider of smart, scalable, and sustainable IT solutions.
What jumps out immediately, for me at least, is their specific location.
Yeah, that's interesting. They're in Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand. And that's not just anywhere, it's a major industrial area. Puts them right in the thick of it to serve factories in the Ayazon region.
Mhm.
You get the sense they really understand the local context, maybe better than a bigger, less focused provider might.
Definitely feels like a strategic choice. And it's funny, digging through the sources, you sometimes find these little discrepancies, right?
Well,
Well, mostly they're called Me, Myself, and ITT, LTD. But one source, their own business plan, actually talks about business name, all about ITTU, LTD.
okay. Interesting nuance.
It's minor, probably just an internal detail or an earlier name, but it does show why looking at multiple sources is useful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But whatever the name on that specific document, their core business seems really clear. They sell IT products, hardware, software, the works, and importantly, they do the system installation too.
So it's the whole package, product and service.
Exactly. Critical for industrial clients who don't just want boxes dropped off. They need working solutions.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. If you're running one of those factories in Nissan, what's in MMIT's toolkit? What's their IT stack look like?
It's pretty broad, actually. Starting with the essentials, you've got your PCs, notebooks, servers, standard stuff.
Standard but necessary.
Right. Then they get into storage, both on-premise options like NAS and SAN. Think about all the data a factory generates, production logs, quality control. They need robust storage for that.
Good point. And cloud software.
Yep, they're active there too. Microsoft 365, Azure, AWS. So they're offering that flexibility. Clients can scale up, use cloud analytics, maybe avoid huge upfront hardware costs, gives them options.
Flexibility and scalability, always key. What about security? That's huge in industrial settings.
Definitely not overlooked. They list CCTV systems, finger scan technology. It's about securing the physical site and the network, protecting that data we just talked about.
So it's hardware, software, cloud, storage, security. Quite comprehensive on the product side.
But the services are just as important, maybe more so. They handle the whole the setup, install, configuration.
Oh.
They provide ongoing support for cloud servers and storage. And I thought this was interesting. Factory annual IT support checklist solutions.
So it sounds proactive, not just waiting for things to break.
Exactly. Preventative maintenance. Trying to minimize that costly downtime for factories. That's a big selling point, I imagine.
Yeah, I bet. And they also mention integrating IoT and AI.
They do. Plus, offering maintenance contracts, SLAs, service level agreements.
And they back this up with examples.
Their portfolio mentions specific projects like network implementation, server and storage service, running LAN cable and fiber optics, CCTV and security setups. It shows they're not just listing services, they're actually, doing the work, building reliable systems.
Right, putting it all into practice. Which leads us nicely into their strategy, their business model.
Yeah, this is where you see how they deliver that value. Their core value proposition seems to rest on a few pillars. First, offering lots of different leading global brands. Quality stuff, internationally recognized. That builds trust.
Especially in a market where maybe sometimes quality can be variable. Having those known brands helps.
For sure. Second, those comprehensive services we talked about, from the initial setup right through to ongoing maintenance.
It's that one-stop shop idea again. Simplifies things for the customer.
Totally. And third, They really emphasize excellent after-sales service. They mention an expert team ready for quick consultations, fixing problems fast.
That follow-up support is often where providers fall down, isn't it? So focusing on that is smart.
It builds loyalty, turns a sale into a relationship.
So who are they building these relationships with? Who's their ideal customer?
The documents are pretty clear. Small to large industrial factories, that's the core. Also, any business looking to upgrade its internal IT and organizations needing efficient IT services more generally.
And how do they nurture those relationships?
They talk about personalized service, really tailoring things to what each specific client needs, and having follow-up processes to check on satisfaction after a job is done.
Okay, makes sense. So what are the key activities that make all this happen? What are they actually doing day to day?
Well, number one, they stress continuous learning. Studying IT, keeping up with new tech, you have to in this field, right?
Oh, yeah, it changes so fast.
Then there's marketing and sales, promoting the business, building their network, even educating existing clients about new tech possibilities.
Keeping customers informed.
And finally, the direct service delivery itself. Consultation, installation, maintenance, the hands-on work.
And what resources do they need to pull this off?
Two main things stand out. Their people, that expert team of technicians and sales staff,
Yeah.
and their relationships, strong links with those leading IT suppliers and global brands.
Can't do it without the right people and the right partners. Speaking of partners.
Yeah, they emphasize collaborations with well-known manufacturers and suppliers. And they mention working with various suppliers, which suggests they're trying to ensure competitive pricing and good delivery times for their clients, shopping around a bit.
Smart. How do they actually reach these customers? What are their channels?
It's a mix. Online, they've got a website, social media presence, use email, pretty standard.
Yeah.
Offline, they mention local stores plural, interestingly, and a direct sales office in Nekon or Chasima, that local presence again.
Boots on the ground. So how does this all translate into money, revenue streams?
Fairly straightforward. Selling the products, obviously hardware and software. Then income from doing the installation and maintenance services.
Right.
And significantly, revenue from those long-term service contracts, the annual agreements.
Yeah.
That provides recurring income, stability.
Always good for business stability. And on the flip side, what are their main costs?
Pretty much what you'd expect. Cost of goods sold, buying all that IT inventory, personnel costs, salaries, training for their team, and marketing and sales cost things like making business cards, website maintenance, maybe some advertising, even paper for invoices they mention, the usual operational stuff.
Okay, so we have a pretty clear picture of MMIT now, their offerings, their strategy. So what? Why does this matter to, someone listening? What's the bigger picture here?
Well, remember that business plan we mentioned. Its conclusion really highlights the high growth potential for IT solutions right there in Nakan Ratchasima. It's not just MMIT saying it. There's a recognized demand driven by the industrial sector needing more tech, more automation, more efficiency.
So MMIT is positioned to ride that wave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Their whole setup, the comprehensive services, the diverse products, seems deliberately designed to meet those specific growing needs of local industry. It's about ensuring those factories are happy long term.
So what this all means is you have a model here, a well-structured, locally focused IT provider that's effectively empowering industry in a developing region.
Right. It's providing that crucial digital foundation that these businesses need to compete and grow.
Okay, let's quickly recap then. Me, myself, and ITCO Ltd. MIT seems genuinely committed to providing these smart, scalable, sustainable IT solutions.
Yeah, built on a solid business model, strong global partnerships, but with a real focus on customer satisfaction right there in Thailand's industrial zones.
Which brings us to our final thought, something for you to chew on. Given how comprehensive MMIT's approach is, especially pulling in things like AI and IoT, how might this kind of integrated, localized IT support fundamentally change the game for factories, both big and small, in places like Iceland over the next, say, 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, think about the impact on productivity, on security. Could this model be a blueprint for industrial upgrades in similar regions around the world? Something to consider.